morning, everyone. This is the continuation of uh, Group 3. Probably this is the last part of our report. So, the draft of retraction sent by Archbishop Bernardino Nozaleda in 1890 to 1903 was given to Rizal by Father Balaguer for his signature. However, si Rizal rejected it initially due to its length. That's why si Father P.U.P., the superior of the Jesuit Society in the Philippines, then prepared a shorter retraction that Rizal found acceptable. Rizal later wrote his own retraction in which he renounced Freemasonry and expressed anti-Catholic sentiments. On December 30, 1896, at 3 a.m., Rizal attended a mass and received Holy Communion. At 5:30 a.m., he then had his final breakfast. So, Josephine Bracken, accompanied by Rizal's sister, Josefa, arrived. So, before Josephine left, Rizal gave her a religious book, which is The Imitation of Christ by Thomas Kempis, with an autograph that read, "To my dear and unhappy wife." On December 30, at 5 a.m., Josephine Bracken and Josefa Rizal arrived both. So, silang duha is naghilak. So, as per testimony of the Cuerpo de Vigilancia, which is the agent, Josephine and Rizal were married. So, as what I have said, na si Rizal gifted Josephine with the classic book, which is The Imitation of Christ by Thomas Kempis, in which he inscribed a message to his dear and unhappy wife. Let's move on to the next slide, which is Rizal's execution and death. On December 30, 1896, at 6 a.m., Jose Rizal wrote a letter to his father, which is si Francisco Mercado. So in the letter, he expressed his remorse for the pain he caused for his father and acknowledged the sacrifices his father made for his education. So Rizal stated that he neither wanted nor preferred the education he received. So he bid farewell to his father, saying, "Goodbye, father, goodbye." Rizal also left a message for his mother, which is si Doña Chidora Alonso, simply addressing her as "my very dear mother." So, ang letter di ay written at 6 a.m. on December 30, 1896. On December 30, 1896 at 6:30 a.m., a trumpet sounded at Fort Santiago as a signal to begin the death march to Bagumbayan. So the march was led by the 4 soldiers acting as a advance guard armed with a bayonet rifles. Walking a few meters behind Rizal, his defense counsel stood on one side while 2 Jesuit priests stood on the other, and then slowly passed through the narrow Postillo Gate, one of the gates of the city wall, and reached the Malecon known as the Bonifacio Drive. So Rizal walked calmly towards Bagumbayan Field and was instructed to stand on the grass lawn by the shore of Manila Bay between the 2 lamp posts. Let's move on to Rizal's execution and death. So Rizal bid farewell to Father March and Villa Clara, as well as his defender, Lieutenant Luis Tabel Andrade. One of the priests blessed him and offered him a crucifix to kiss. Rizal requested to shot facing the firing squad, but his request was denied. Instead, he was shot in the back as order to Dr. Felipe Ruiz Castillo, the Spanish military physician who took the Rizal's pulse, was amazed to find it's normal. On December 30, 7:03 a.m., British Captain shouted, "Frego," means fire. The gun of 8 Indio soldiers were fired. Rizal, who had been convicted as a criminal, faced the firing squad, and then he bravely turned himself to face executors and fell down and facing the sky. As he died 2 years later, the victorious Philippine revolutionaries sealed the fate of the Spanish Empire in the East. So this marked as end of 330 years of Spanish colonialism, which came to an end in 1898. On December 30, 1896, in the afternoon, Narcisa finally found the secret burial site of her brother at the old, unused Paco Cemetery. So, after an extensive search, she requested the guards to place a marble plaque designed by Doroteo Anjonco, which contained the Rizal's initial in reverse, which is the RPG or RPJ as in jar. So so this discovery and tentative by Narcisa highlights her determination and respect for his brother's memory. On August 17, 1898, just 4 days after the mock battle of Manila, the Americans took control of the city. During this time, the remains of Rizal were exhumed and brought to Narcissa's house. They were carefully washed and cleansed before being placed in an ivory urn designed by Romualdo Teodoro de Jesus. The urn was remained in Narcissa's house until 1912. On December 29, 1912, the urn was transferred in procession from Strode Street in Binondo, Manila. The procession was led by the Masons and the Knights Rizal. They brought the urn to Marble Hall of the Ayuntamiento de Manila, where it stayed overnight. The knights stood guards over the urn during this time. On the morning of December 30, 1912, in the solemn procession, the urn containing the remaining of Jose Rizal embarked on its final journey to his resting place. So the destination was the base of the soon-to-rise national monument dedicated to Rizal. So this significant event marked the culmination of honoring Rizal's legacy and his contribution to Philippines. In December 1913, the Rizal National Monument at Luneta was inaugurated. So, the monument named Moto Stella, which means guiding star in Latin. It was designed by Swiss sculptor Dr. Richard Kissling. Dr. Richard Kissling is renowned for his work to National Monument to William Tell, the national hero of Switzerland. The Rizal National Monuments stand as a symbol of national pride and serve as a tribute to Rizal, which is a Filipino national hero. On December 30, 2012, the remains of Rizal were transferred from Binondo to site of the Rizal Monument. So this transfer was organized by the Knights of Rizal and the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, marking the 100th anniversary of the event. The commemoration also honored the 116th martyrdom anniversary of Rizal.
And that would be all. Thank you for listening, everyone.